and welcome back to my channel. So today, as promised, I'm going to be doing an Aliexpress specific highlighter declutter. I did do my other highlighter declutter which featured my like high-end highlighters, which there weren't many of, and my drugstore highlighters, and I did say in that video I was going to be doing a separate video for all of my Aliexpress highlighters, so this is it right now. So without further vaginas, let's just get straight into this. Booyah. Oh, by the way, I know that my lipstick colour doesn't really complement the rest of what I've got going on, but I just love this lipstick so much I had to wear it today. I just don't care. Okay, so the first highlighter that we have from Aliexpress to show you is by You Can Be. So this is the Solstice highlighting palette and it's in the shade 01. This has 4 different highlighters in it. We have a beautiful lavender / lilac shade. We've got a peachy, almost orange shade, a yellowy goldy shade, and we have a champagne peachy shade. I actually really like this palette. Honestly, I haven't worn it that much, but I think it's actually really good quality. You get a lot of glow for your book, and I think that the shades are beautiful. So if you're looking for a really good affordable highlighting palette, this would be a great one to go for. I'm going to be hanging on to this one because I like it, and I do think that I'm going to use it when I reduce the amount of highlighters I have in my collection, so I'm not so overwhelmed, like literally. Okay, so next we have this is a hybrid. It's kind of like a highlighter, it's kind of like a blush. So this is by the brand Acumus. The packaging looks so similar to the NARS packaging because it's that kind of black, almost like rubber textured kind of material that gets very stained. So this is in the shade 4, seriously, I almost dropped it. 4066, or is it a 0? I never know. You know, when I'm giving my number out to someone, I'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, oh, that's a letter, and I'll be like, 0. They'll be thinking, oh my gosh, she is insane. Anyway, guys, so this is a beautiful, it's kind of like a peachy, champagne shade. It's gorgeous. You could use this as like a sheeny kind of bronzer if you've got olive to dark skin, or if you've got fair skin like me, you can just use it very lightly for, like, there's an alarm going off. How rude is this right now? I just feel like where I live doesn't want me to do any videos because every time I sit down to do a video, we've got alarms going off, we've got saws being sawn, we've got people drilling down into the centre of the earth apparently. What the feck? I mean, anyway, so yeah, if you're fair skinned like me, you could use this very lightly indeed as a beautiful champagne bronze highlight. You could also use it as an eyeshadow. Personally, I wouldn't be bothered to do that just because, like, I'm just not going to reach for this when I've got my eyeshadow palette in front of me, you know what I mean, because I'm a lazy ass. But the quality of this is simply gorgeous. I so recommend this. It is absolutely beautiful for the price. So yeah, I definitely recommend this, and I'm going to be keeping it. Okay, I'm not doing so well so far, am I? I'm just picking out at random here. So next I have 2, these are kind of like sheeny blushes, but I've kind of popped them in because this, I don't know, I just thought I'm going to pop them in anyway because they are highlighter-esque. So unfortunately, since I bought these, I've not been able to find them again on Aliexpress, and that's the reason why I've not talked about them more in Aliexpress favourites videos, just because I don't know if they even sell these anymore. These are so reminiscent of the MAC mineralized blushes. The formula is identical. They are very finely milled. They're very much like this blush I've got on right now. Actually, this is Just a Wisp from MAC. They have a beautiful kind of sheen to them on your skin, but they're also nicely pigmented as well. I've got this one here, which is a very kind of light almost peachy pink. It's beautiful. And I also have this shade, which is a more vibrant, but I would say like cooler toned pink. This one is pinkier than the other one. As you can see, they've also got a beautiful flower design up on their themselves, their beings. Anyway, it reminds me very much of the Clinique Pop of blushes. I love these, and I'm definitely going to be keeping them because I wear these a lot. It's just such a shame that you can't get them anymore, but after I've filmed this, I'm going to have a little look and see if I can find them, and if I can, I will put the details in the description. I'm not doing well. I've not got rid of anything yet. Okay, so the next product is by Hengfang. So this one is a liquid highlight, right? And honestly, I could not get this to work. So as you can see, it looks more like a liquid, like, you know, like an liquid eyeshadow. What am I even saying? It looks more like liquid eyeshadow. But they do advise that you can use it, you know, on like the T-zone of your face. And I'm sure that, you know, you could like dot it on the tops of your cheekbones. I don't like this. It was very sheer. Didn't really go well on top of my other makeup. It's just shit. I've not used it since I tried it. And this one is going to be going. Also, as was the case with my previous highlighter declutter, any of these highlighters that I'm going to be getting rid of, I am going to be giving to friends, work colleagues, family, because I've used a lot of these products. I don't feel comfortable with like sending them off to people. So yeah, I'm going to just be like giving them to people I know, because if they catch some kind of disease from me, I feel like they won't hate me because I know them, and they'll be like, oh, but Anwen didn't mean it. She's great, really, you know. She was just trying to be kind. She gave us these old skanky highlighters with the best of intentions, you know. Whereas you guys, you might hate me. You might be like, oh my gosh, what a bitch Anwen is sending me this piece of shit. Okay, so next we have a fake. And this is a fake Fenty Beauty. So I obviously will have hopefully purchased this back when I was quite free and easy with buying fakes. I'm not anymore. I do not recommend anyone buy any fake makeup, but this is the well, it's a fake of the Kilowatt Trophy Wife. This is what it looks like. I don't believe that I've ever even tried this on my face. I think I've swatched it, but I don't know in what world this would ever work for me. I am going to be actually giving this away to Jade, who is Anton's daughter. She has the real Trophy Wife, and she wears it quite a lot, and I'm just really intrigued to see if she can try this one. How does it compare? There's just a makeup junkie little part of me that just is intrigued to know, so I will be passing that on to her just for some shits and giggles, you know, to get her feedback. So next we've got two highlighters that actually look like very similar, and they're both in the same packaging. I think these may have been private labeled. I don't know what's giving it away, but just something is screaming private label about this. So we have one from NYS, which is Make Yourself, and we've got one by Focallure, and both of these are actually fakes, or you could say dupes, of Colourpop highlighters. So the NYS one is in the shade Flexitarian, and this is what she looks like. I recall that she was actually really quite beautiful. She is a light kind of champagne-y colour, and I think like I may be tempted to keep this one. You know what I found last time after I did my highlighter declutter, because I filmed like me talking about them first, and then I went on to film all the swatches, and after swatching a couple of them, I kind of fell in love and decided, no, I'm going to keep these feckers. They have one last chance. So you never know, when I swatch these, I may not be so down with them again, but I will let you know. Obviously I'll let you know, but just going from my memory of what this looks like, I think I'm going to keep her. The next one was by Focallure, and this one is in the shade Hippo. So I used to have, no I didn't, oh my gosh, I didn't, I'm just lying. I used to have Monster by Colourpop. I mean, Anwen, no, sorry about that, guys. By the way, can I just say, this is Dirty Money by Jeffree Star. So comfortable, like I can't even feel it on my lips. I love it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just had to say that. But this is Hippo. I don't wear it. It's got a hard pan. I'm not going to waste my time trying to de-hard pan it. So this one is going. Okay, so next we have one of my favourite liquid highlighters. This is by Maria Ayora and it's the Glow Liquid Illuminator. This is in the shade Golden Peach. It's undoubtedly too dark for me, but it works really nicely as a base under foundation. I'm going to be keeping this one. I love it and I would so recommend, and I'm probably going to go and get one in a lighter shade because I love it. Okay, so next we have Hand Diane, and this is a little quad. We've got 4 different highlighters. We've got a beautiful like duochrome bluey purpley one, we've got a golden yellow one, a pinky one, and then kind of like again a duochromey pearly slash blue one. I actually was quite impressed with the formula of these. The packaging itself is cheap as shit, but this just goes to show really that you can't judge a book by its cover, or you can't judge a highlighter by its palette, because like look, the packaging is like sponge and it's basic AF, like literally. However, the formula is actually beautiful. I feel like they've definitely put all of their money into the formula and not into the spongy, poor excuse for a palette. But I'm going to be keeping this because I thought that the formula was great. Do you know what? I'm doing so much worse at this Aliexpress declutter than I did at the other declutter. I was so much more ruthless with my other one, but with this one, I can't give them away. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. Okay, so next we have a beautiful little heart-shaped highlighter by O.TWO.O. So this is in the shade Dream Fairy and it's the Love Highlighter Powder. This is what she looks like, very similar to Too Faced highlighters. I was so disappointed with this. This is an example of when a brand spends all their money on the packaging and not really the product. I just thought this was chalky, powdery. I wasn't impressed, and this was one of the most expensive highlighters in this whole collection. This is going downtown to be arrested, to be locked away. Okay, so next we have 2 highlighters, both by Maestro. I was so excited about these when I first saw them. They are just called the shimmer highlighters. I've got this one in the shade 11 and I got this one in the shade 12. I was disappointed with these. I was expecting a lot more because they look so beautiful in the pan, as you will see now, because I will show you little swatches. Unfortunately, they just did not come off on the face. Like, that sounds strange, doesn't it? Like, I don't really want them to be coming off on my face, like blowing their load on my face. Anyway, but no, I was not impressed with these 2. They are going to be given away. Okay, I appear to have another Hippo by Focallure because apparently one was not enough. So that one's going to be given away as well. Next I have one of the first products that I ever got from Aliexpress, and definitely the first highlighter I got from Aliexpress. This is by Maria Ayora. This basically started my love for Aliexpress. This is their illuminator in the shade 04 and it's a beautiful kind of a light pinky shade. I love this. There's no way I can give this away. On the face, it's beautiful. You can just build it up to be super blinding. I just love it. It's great. Oh, I've got another Maria Ayora illuminator. This is in the shade 03 and this one is a very light peachy kind of shade. Again, beautiful. I cannot give that one away. Okay, next we have a product that I recently tried. This is the Fira So Glow and this is in the shade Cream. This didn't really work when I tried it out my first impression because it's a cream formula, because it is literally super oily. It just did not sit that well on top of my other makeup. However, it acted so beautifully as like a highlighter primer. I'm just inventing a whole new realm of like makeup product here, but I just applied like a tiny bit and then applied a highlighter over the top of it. That highlighter that went over the top of it has never looked so blinding in its life. So I'm going to keep this just as the highlighter base, because don't we all need a highlighter base? Like literally, you'll be thinking, Anwen, I've got this far in my makeup junkie career without needing a base specific for my highlighter. Well guys, if you try that Fira So Glow, you'll know what I mean. Okay, we've got another Maria Ayora, of course. This one is in the shade 04. No, it's not. It's 01. Who is she right now? Who is she? This one is, again, it's quite a light champagne-y kind of shade. Keeping it, of course, keeping it. Next, we have a Focallure highlighter. This is called Beam, and it's in the shade Pink Steam. This is what she looks like. She's got a beautiful little like design going on. Reminds me of a shell. I can't truly remember what I thought of this, but I mean, it looks kind of pretty. Do you know what? I think I'm going to keep this one because I've not really got a shade quite like this in my collection, and I really like the formula. It's very soft and creamy, so I'm going to keep that one for now. Gosh, I am not doing well getting rid of highlighters here, like literally. Okay, next we've got a blush, because I did mention that I was going to be talking about blushes as well in this video. So this is the Hand Dye, and I recently tried this. I really like it. It definitely needs to be built up to have any impact whatsoever, but it's a beautiful like pop of pink on your cheeks, and it reminds me so much of the NARS blush in Gaiety, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, so next we have a highlighter palette. This is the Glow Kit by You Can Be. They definitely have taken inspiration from Kat Von D's highlighter palette. So as you can see, we've got 3 different highlighters in this palette. We've got a beautiful kind of duochrome purple, we've got a pinky gold, and we have got the most gorgeous, unique, it's kind of like, it's like a lilac when you look at it from one angle, and then from another angle it kind of looks like an icy green. It's sensational. I love this. I love it so much. There's no way I'm going to get rid of this. You'd have to rip it out of my cold dead hands. The formula is very finely milled. The shades are just so unique, and I just feel like the glow is very natural but beautiful. It's kind of like, you know, when you've got quite unique, maybe unwearable highlighter shades, I think the formula needs to be just right to be able to like pull them off, and this formula is perfection. So I could definitely be wearing a bit of a light green / lilac highlight and just be loving life, literally. Okay, so next we have one of my favourite blushes ever in the world. This is by the Naked brand, and this is called Angelica, and it's a mineralized blush. Again, the formula of this really reminds me of the MAC mineralized blush formula. This also really reminds me of the Milani blushes, particularly the shade Luminosa, which I don't have, but just going purely off the looks of it, this reminds me so much of that. It's a beautiful, glowy peach shade, and it just looks sensational. It doubles up as being like your highlighter blush in one. That's why I love like the mineralized formula so much, because it's not just a blush, it's a glowy blush, and that's perfection to me, because a lot of the time I don't really like to wear blush if I'm wearing highlight, because it can look a bit much. So I think the perfect solution is to have a glowy blush, because then you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's an awful saying, isn't it? Like, I would never want to be killing any birds. I don't generally throw stones at birds, like that's a horrible saying, but this is beautiful. I have bought some other shades which I didn't actually like as much as Angelica, but I would recommend this so much if you want a beautiful glowy peach blush. It's gorgeous, so I'm definitely keeping that. Okay, so next I have a fake, and I feel a little bit conflicted about even mentioning this, but this is an Hourglass fake ambient lighting blush. I got this back in the day. Again, this was one of my very first purchases, and it's in the shade Dim Infusion. I think this is gorgeous. Like, it's so beautiful. I don't wear it all that often, and I'm not really too comfortable with it because it's a fake. However, I figure, well, I bought it, I've already done my bad deed, so I'm going to keep it and actually get some use out of it. I really love that. Would I recommend it? No, because it's fake. Do I make any sense right now? No. Am I just hypocritical? Yes. Yes. Okay, so the last highlighter that I have to show you today is another palette. This is by O.TWO.O, and this is the Rose Gold trio. So this is in the shade 04, and as you can see, we've got 3 different highlighters. We've got a yellowy gold, a peachy shade, and then a very pearly kind of light, almost like white shade. I think the formula of this palette is okay. My favourite shade, and the only shade that I actually wear, is the yellowy gold shade, which I just think is absolutely stunning. I'm going to keep the palette purely for this shade. I do find that the texture is quite thick, quite chunky, but if you just apply a little bit at a time and build it up, you get the most gorgeous glow. So I am going to keep this palette just for the yellow gold shade, and I would recommend it just for that shade as well. The other 2, they're not bad, but just not my kind of shades, you know. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this declutter. I did crap. I did not do well at all. The complete opposite to my other highlighter declutter. I have only got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highlighters I've got rid of. And let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. I've got 17 that I'm keeping. Did I do well? No, I did not. But I think this says a lot really about the quality of highlighters from Aliexpress, that they're actually pretty good, you know. There's some real shitters out there, but there's actually some really, really good ones out there. So anyway, guys, I am going to go. I am going to be carrying on a series of videos of decluttering. So if you could let me know downstairs in the comments which genre of makeup you would like me to declutter next, I would really appreciate it. So I do just want to say the reason why I kind of separate the Aliexpress from my other makeup is just because I know not everybody shops on Aliexpress. I know a lot of you guys do, but a lot of people don't. Also, like, let's be real, if I put all of the highlighters into one video, it'd be an epically long video. But I just think it's easier to segregate the 2 because there's a lot of people who don't even know Aliexpress exists. So I think they would just be a bit like confused over like all these brands like Focallure, O.TWO.O, Beauty Glaze, You Can Be. They'd be like, what the heck? Who are these brands? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.